I'll start with the easy bit, and we're here to look at the Olympic Games. And I was asked to sort of talk to you about what the Olympic Games meant to me as an athlete. And I can speak on behalf of any Paralympian, any Olympian, any athlete from anywhere in the world to say that to an athlete the Olympic Games is everything, and it really is everything. And I hung on to that dream for a very, very long time, and learnt so much through my career that I've been able to fortunately apply in business. And I learnt all that really during the injuries and the setbacks, and it really has set me up, because I believe the most important attributes to an athlete are not just the physical talent, but it's actually the behaviours, the recognition that at the Olympic level, talent is not enough. Because everyone, by definition, at that level has been given an enormous amount of physical talent. And at Olympic level, all talent really is your ticket to the party. It gets you through the door, it gives you a chance, but once you're through there, it's what you do with it that really makes the difference. And I think that's the same in business. And what I'm most proud of is not just sort of winning a few medals, but having a sustainable career. And sustainable performance is something that we really focus on in our business. But this to me is a gold medal because absolutely I know it represented the best that I could do. And we strive for that as much as we can in our business. And the thing for me is that I had that day, and the moment I stepped off that rostrum I was never the same, because I was complete. But as an athlete it's a bit of a problem, because when you're complete you've got to get out, because the youngsters behind you are hungry and they're fighting for you, and I think it's the same in business. And the great thing for me and Steve now is that we stand here now really young as a business, and I hope we're not going to be complete for a very, very long time, and I hope we never get complacent. We had a choice. We could carry on being motivational speakers and doing okay, thank you very much. What we wanted to do was to create a sustainable business, a business that, one, was not dependent on me and Steve, which we're not at yet, but secondly, will still be around in 5, 10, 15 years' time, and creates an opportunity for the future generation of Olympians to come in and be it. So it's about sustainable performance, which as an athlete was what it was about for us. It was never about coming in, winning a medal, and you never heard of us again. It was all, in our business, you are respected by your peers on two things predominantly. One is, what medals did you win? Because it's about the medals, not the times. And secondly, did you sustain performance over a long period of time? And we want to create a sustainable business rather than just let's cash in for the next 12 months and then stop. As an athlete, I knew my talent. I knew I was doing what I was born to do. Business is different. It's not as obvious. You have to work a lot harder at it, and you have to, you do. You can't just sit back and let your talent take you there. But we are competitive. But we're very clear about what success is to us. And I think that was very important as an athlete. Success means different things to different people. And actually for me and Steve it's quite different as well. But one thing we've tried to do, and I think the biggest difference between sport and business, is as an athlete you had absolute clarity of what you were doing, and you knew the day, the time, the place of the Olympic final. And you created momentum in your life to that point. Business, it's much harder to have that clarity because things move all the time. We all set goals, but they're never as clear. The thing about the Olympic final was, it wasn't going to wait for you, and if you missed it, you had to wait 4 years, and it was brutal. And business, fortunately, isn't that brutal, because if we lose a contract, or if we don't do a great job for a client, it's not good, but you can always come back to it. The Olympic Games, you have to wait 4 years. And to see, for me, how the Olympic Games, maybe to the athletes about winning medals, but the Olympic Games means so much to the business community. With Cisco, understanding what they're trying to do with the Olympic Games. So I just think any of us who are lucky enough to be involved and to be associated with the Olympic Games have this incredible opportunity over the next 11 months, and have had over the last 2 years, to be involved with something that we'll never have again, because it's not coming back for a very, very long time. So I hope we look back and say, yeah, I'm really pleased we got it during a very, very difficult time financially for the world, but I think it gives us as a nation something to focus in and look forward to. So that would be my legacy, that we look back and say, I'm pleased we did that.
Well, that'd be a good one, Roger Black. Okay. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.